Hello everyone. Welcome. Thank you for watching. I'm doing a quickish tutorial today. My name is Monica Formosa from Paper Happinessity. I just wanted to share with you a little trick that I've learnt from the amazing Cheryl Miller down in South Australia. She taught me this quite a while ago now, a few years maybe. But anyway, and it's just come up in another video, and thought I would just do this as a standalone video rather than part of a project that I'm doing. Okay, so I've grabbed out the Enduring Beauty stamp set. We'll be using this large image here and probably one of these sentiments. I've got my Stamparatus, which is my stamp positioner of choice. You cannot get these anymore, unfortunately, through Stampin' Up, but I still have mine and I love using it so much. And the reason why I love it is that because you can step with it's got this hinged door and it steps, and then it's got this open section here, which is perfect for the technique that I'm going to show you. I also have a piece of clear plastic. You can use whatever's in your room. It can be acetate, it could be packaging, it can be window sheet, it can be whatever, but it needs to be see-through-ish. Like, you need to be able to see through it. It needs to be non-porous, and it needs to have needs to be quite sturdy. You don't want anything too flimsy. All right, so that will be the hero of this technique. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my stamp, my image, and I'm going to put it on my cardstock where I want it to stamp. Might just come up a little bit higher. I've trimmed this down to roughly 1/4 of an A4 sheet. I really don't like it over in that corner, to tell you the truth. I'm going to put it over here. It just doesn't stamp that well when it's in that corner. Like to give it some room, and it doesn't really matter. It's not going to really, it really doesn't matter as long as you've got your cardstock where you need it to be. Grab my grey granite ink, and I'm going to ink up my image. Make sure there's plenty of ink on there. All right, make sure we get all that ink transferred onto our cardstock. Not quite. Let's hope that works. There we go. All right. So I've got my image. And I'm going to clean that off and put that away. And for some reason I've got little pieces of fluff all over that. I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyway, it's a bit rude. Okay, all right, so I'm going to clean that off too. There's a little bit of ink left on there. All right, so that's over here. For today's video, I'm not actually going to colour. You can just pretend that it's coloured. I'm sorry, and I don't have one that I prepared earlier. I'm so sorry. So, you know, colour it however you want to colour it. With your watercolour pencils, with your chalks, with your blends, with your markers, with watercolour. If you're going to watercolour, I really do suggest you use the watercolour paper. It just holds it so much better. The water, you can really go in and watercolour so much better on the watercolour paper because it holds the water rather than the basic white, because it does tend to pill. Okay, so pretend it's all coloured, and you go and you think, oh, I've kind of lost a little bit of definition with my stamping now. I'd like to have a little bit of an outline happening, and it seems to have disappeared. What do? Okay, so I've got my little piece of plastic that's been cut to fit inside my Stamparatus. I've got this little red sticker on the corner to remind me that it goes up into this corner. All right, so we've pushed that up nice and tight. We're going to secure it with our magnets. We're going to get our stamp again because we didn't realize that we were going to need it again. And we're going to just put it down. And for this, it really doesn't matter where you put it because you're going to be stamping on plastic. You're going to be stamping on that sheet of plastic that's there. Okay. We're going to ink up our stamp. We're going to go in and stamp our plastic, and there it is. I'll show you. I'll just put the other side of the plastic. All right, so it's stamped there on our sheet of plastic. But what we're going to do is we're going to marry up those two images marry them. Marry the top image with the bottom image. Go slowly, go carefully, don't take your time because this is like really important. Have I got that down? All right, so it's done. When you're happy, you hold that nice and secure. We're going to lift that plastic and then secure our cardstock underneath with our magnets again. We're going to lift up and take away our plastic. And then ink up our image and stamp it. Fingers crossed this has worked. There we go. Perfect. All right. Take your time when you're marrying up the two images because you really do need to get that directly on top of the other one. Okay, so that's done. Now you've decided, oh geez, what about a sentiment? I could always stamp something and either punch it out and put a label with a label punch or a die or something and put it on the front. But you might want to stamp directly onto your card front. And you're not the world's greatest stamper. Bit worried that you won't get it straight. So what we're going to do is, again, ink up our stamp, pick out a sentiment and ink it up. We're going to stamp on the plastic. All right, so that's up in that corner, right? So I've pushed that and it's secured it right up in that corner. And then we're going to get our cardstock and then just put that in there. All right. Find where you'd like it to go. Secure the cardstock again with our magnets. Re-ink. Whatever color, I'm just using grey granite because it's here on my desk and that's what I used before. And then we have our sentiment exactly where it needs to be and nice and straight. All right, done. And you're done. So yeah, it's a great thank you to Cheryl Miller, I must say, because she's the one that taught me this wonderful trick. And it's a bit like the old Stampa-Majig. If you've got a Stampa-Majig still in your collection, I had one and I never really used it because at that point in my life I wasn't doing a lot of stamping. Stamping isn't my first love, I will tell you right now, but I do enjoy it. And I've learnt to love it. Okay. All right. So what you need is a clear piece of plastic, and then yeah, go for it. Practice a little bit if you're not a little bit worried about how it goes. But yes, I just wanted to do a standalone video. I have done this technique in some of my past videos, but I just wanted to do, rather than trying to delve through things, I thought I'd just do a standalone video and it'll be up there, and you can come back and watch it however many times you like. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, please either message me or put a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, bye for now.